All right, today we're diving into something with a really epic scope. It's called the Panama Journal. And its mission? Well, it's to be a kind of lighthouse, one that shines a light across the entire ocean of time. You've probably heard this one before, right? It's that classic warning from the philosopher George Santayana. And it's so powerful because it gets at a fundamental truth. Our past isn't just a bunch of old stories. No, it's more like a blueprint, you know? It shapes everything we do today, and it even dictates our future. And that's exactly what this project is trying to make sure we don't forget. But, this brings up a huge question for us today in this digital age. I mean, we are just flooded with information 24/7. But does all that information make us any wiser? In the middle of all that noise, how do you actually find the real lessons? How do we go from just knowing a bunch of facts to really understanding what they all mean? Well, according to the people behind this project, the answer, it can be found at a very specific place, a physical and historical crossroads. Think of it as a bridge between worlds, this one central point of connection, a gateway. And that place is Panama. And it's so much more than just a strategic piece of land. It's like a living portal where all these massive historical forces, indigenous history, colonial ambition, the creation of the canal, they all crash together. In a place like this, history isn't some static thing you read about in a book. Nope, it's being written right now, every single day. And that very idea, that's the foundation of the Panama Journal. The whole project is built on this belief that if we focus on this unique gateway, we can get a much clearer picture of that powerful, unbreakable link between where we've all been and where we're all headed. Okay, so to really get what they're trying to do, you've got to look at their logo. It's not just a cool design. Every single part of it tells a piece of the story. Every symbol has a purpose. So, let's break it down. So right in the middle, you've got the lighthouse. It's this perfect symbol of guidance, of watching over things. The whole idea is that it shines a light on all the complex stuff we're dealing with today, but it uses the wisdom we've gained from the past. And those waves underneath, they're doing double duty. On one hand, they're the endless flow of time, of history. But they also represent the two massive oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific, that Panama, and only Panama, brings together. And see that compass rose? That's not just for looks. It's all about orientation, right? It's a reminder that we have to explore every perspective if we really want to figure out where we stand on the big map of history. Even the colors tell a story. The gold, well, that's for the value of truth and knowledge, how precious it is. And it's set against black, which represents the huge, vast context of history itself. It's the canvas that makes that golden light of truth shine so, so bright. So that's the symbolism, that's the foundation. Now let's get into the project's core philosophy, because it's about way more than just cool images. It's about having a really dynamic, living approach to history. And this, right here, this is the heart of it. For the Panama Journal, history is not some dusty old collection of facts in a textbook. No way. It's a living conversation happening right now between generations. The goal isn't just to remember stuff. It's about active comprehension. What does that mean? It means we have to interpret what happened. We have to question it. And most importantly, we have to apply those lessons to the problems we're all facing today. And they don't just talk about it, they actually put this philosophy into practice with a really clear three-step mission. First, they work with collaborators to document these critical historical stories. Second, they take all that research and turn it into educational videos that anyone can understand. And third, and this is super cool, they use AI to translate these stories so that this knowledge can reach literally anyone, anywhere on the globe. I absolutely love this next quote from the project. It just captures their whole global vision perfectly. Think about it. The name in English is like a single clear beam of light, visible to everyone. But all the different translations, they act like a prism. They take that one beam of light and break it into this beautiful spectrum of colors so that every culture can see and understand the exact same truth, but in their own unique way. Just a brilliant metaphor. Which brings us to the last and maybe the most important part of their whole message. See, this isn't something you're just supposed to watch from a distance. It's actually an open invitation to you, to me, to all of us. If there's one thing to take away, it's this. At a global crossroads like Panama, history is never over. It's literally unfolding every single day. And the Panama Journal is right there, documenting it. Not just to stick it in an archive somewhere, but so we can all learn from it in real time as it's happening. And so they put out this really simple, direct invitation. They're basically saying, hey, don't just watch from the sidelines. This is a journey you can join. It's a call for you to become an active part of this living, breathing conversation with history. So we're going to end with the question they're asking the entire world. It's a challenge, for sure, but it's also a huge opportunity. In a world just overflowing with stories that need to be told and understood, they're asking us to think about our own part in all of this. What's our role in preserving the past so we can light up the future? So the question for you is, which story will you help tell?